Be me, 27, freelance designer, live alone in quiet apartment complex. Kind of a loner, not by choice, just how things ended up. Get most groceries delivered, don't go out much. Have two routines, coffee at 10, TV at midnight. Every night, it's the only rhythm I have. But lately, something's off. Every few nights, I feel like I'm being watched. Not paranoid watched, but real skin-crawling awareness. Brush it off. Until one night. Get up to get water around 2 a.m. Glance out my window. There's someone on the street, standing across from my building. Hood up, not moving, just staring. Freeze. Lights off. They don't know I saw. Next night, same time, same spot, same figure. Too far to see clearly, but I know they're looking at my window. Third night, gone. Fourth night, closer. Now on the sidewalk near the building. Can make out a girl. Small frame. Long dark hair. Hoodie pulled tight. Just standing there. No phone, no cigarette, no pretending. Just watching. It's not romantic. It's not sexy. It's terrifying. Start sleeping with curtains closed. Still feel her out there. Hear noises some nights. Like footsteps. Faint tapping. Decide to check building cameras. Don't show the street clearly. But one camera catches her walking past the lobby. Same time every time. Always glancing at my window. Always alone. Tell myself it's coincidence. That she lives nearby. But the dread doesn't care about logic. Then one day, get a letter under my door. No name, no envelope. Just one sentence. I miss when you used to smile at your screen. Stomach drops. Can't breathe. Who the hell is she? How long has she been watching me? And why does she know about that? Letter shakes me up more than I want to admit. Not just that she's watching, but that she knows me. Used to smile at my screen. How does she know that? When did she see that? Only time I ever smiled at my screen was during late-night video calls with my sister, months ago. Before she moved overseas, before I started isolating, before I got quiet. She was watching. Then? Decide I need answers. This can't go on. Check lobby camera timestamps. She always passes between 1:55 and 2:05 a.m. every other night, like clockwork. Plan is simple. Stay up, wait, confront. 1:50 a.m., lights off, hoodie on, stand by window, barely breathing. 2:01, there she is. Same hoodie, same slow walk, same slight turn of the head toward my window. This time, I move, grab keys, out the door, heart pounding, sprint downstairs, burst outside. She's already halfway down the block. Call out. Hey! She stops, doesn't run, turns around slowly. Hood still up, small figure, definitely a girl. I walk closer, carefully. Who are you? She says nothing, just stands there. Maybe 5 feet away, then quietly. You weren't supposed to see me yet. What? Yet? She looks up, eyes big, haunted, beautiful in a way that makes your chest hurt. I was waiting for the right night, but you noticed too soon. I should be terrified, but I'm just confused. Ask her why she's been watching me, why she wrote that note, why me. She hesitates, then whispers, because I thought you were like me. Alone? Those 2 words hit harder than I expect. She looks embarrassed. Sorry, I'll go. You're right to hate me. Starts to turn. Wait, she stops. I don't know why, but I say, just don't leave yet. I have questions. She nods, sits on the curb, like it's the most normal thing in the world. So I sit too, beneath a broken streetlight, with the girl who's been watching me sleep. We sit there, cold concrete, 1:30 in the morning, quiet city around us, just 2 strangers under a dying streetlight. Ask her to start from the beginning. She takes a deep breath, tells me her name is Hana, moved to the building next to mine 6 months ago. She was in a rough place. No job, no friends, burned out from everything, kept to herself. Spent most nights staring out her window, watching the world happen without her. Then one night, saw me, laughing on a call, face lit up by my screen. You looked so alive. She kept watching. Not in a creepy way, she says, more like watching a show. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, until it became routine. Says she liked how still I was, how peaceful. Says she memorized the way I sip my coffee, the way I tilt my head when I read. Says she started leaving her blinds open too, hoping I'd look back. I never did. And that broke her a little. Says she wrote the letter because you looked like you'd forgotten how to smile. Asks if I hate her. Still not sure, but I don't say yes. Instead, I ask, did you ever plan to talk to me? Nods. Dozens of times. But the longer I waited, the harder it got. Says she tried to let go, but the routine became comfort. The distance became safety. Watching me was the only thing in her life that didn't fall apart. Says she knew it wasn't healthy. Started seeing a counselor a few weeks ago. I told her about you. Asks again. Do you hate me? I look at her. Small, shaking, not evil, not even dangerous, just broken, like me. I don't hate you. She looks surprised, then relieved, then terrified again. Then what do we do now? Pause. We start over. This time, with eye contact. She laughs, soft, real, and for the first time since this all began. I'm not scared. We agree to meet again, someplace public, coffee shop 3 blocks from both our buildings, not one I normally go to. On purpose, fresh start. She shows up early. Again, hoodie, jeans, hair tied up messily, holding a book she's not reading, sees me, smiles like she's not sure if she's allowed to. Sit down across from her. First few minutes are weird. Talk about weather and coffee, like 2 coworkers pretending not to have history. Then she blurts, I know I'm not normal. Pause. Look at her. Neither am I. That gets a real smile. We start talking for real. About music. She listens to Japanese ambient piano stuff. I like instrumental synthwave. We argue gently about which Studio Ghibli film is the best. Both agree Spirited Away is overrated. Fight me. She tells me she paints. Never showed anyone her work. Asks what I do. Show her my freelance portfolio. She looks impressed. Too impressed. You're so stable. Laugh a little. If only you knew. We talk for hours. At one point she stares at me like I'm going to disappear. Asks softly, are you scared of me? Long pause. I was. Now? Still deciding. She nods. Understands. When we say goodbye, she doesn't ask to come over, just gives a small bow and says, thank you for letting me be seen. Walk home, unsure how to feel, but lighter than I expected. Next day, she texts, would it be weird if I invited you to see my paintings? I reply, not weird, just unexpected. 10 seconds later, unexpected is kind of my whole personality. Smile. Maybe this won't be normal, but maybe it doesn't have to be. She invites me over. First time seeing her apartment. Kinda nervous. Not sure what I'll walk into. Expecting chaos. Creepy photos maybe. Obsessive notes. Instead, it's quiet, clean, warm, lots of light. Plants by the windows. Books everywhere. There's music playing softly. Something soft and strange. Ambient piano, like she said. She's barefoot, wearing a sweater 4 sizes too big. Tells me to sit. Makes tea without asking what I like. Brings the right one anyway. How does she know? She sets it down and disappears into another room. Comes back holding a worn sketchbook. Hands it to me without a word. I open it. It's me, sketched in pencil, charcoal, sometimes ink. Not just my face, my posture, my gestures, me sipping coffee, me looking at a window, me smiling at a screen. Caption under one drawing, the boy who glows when no one's watching. Stomach flips. Look up at her. She looks terrified. I know I should have deleted them, but drawing made it feel less wrong. Flip through more pages, then it changes. Paintings not of me, of asterisk her asterisk, but twisted. Her in corners, her behind windows, her shrinking into walls, her with no mouth. Captioned, invisible again. Not enough. Don't be weird. Last page is blank, except for one line at the bottom. What if he sees me and stays? Close the book. Silence. She says nothing. Just waits. I look at her. I didn't know you were an artist. She smiles, almost cries. I didn't know I was either. Sit in silence for a long time. The kind of silence that says everything. When I leave, she walks me to the door. No hug, no come back soon. Just one sentence. Thank you for seeing my inside self. Walk home holding her sketchbook in my chest. Don't even realize until I'm halfway there. Call her. Hey, you left me with your art. I know. Why? Pause. Because I want you to come back. It happens kind of naturally. Wasn't planned. We were watching a movie at my place. Some slow-paced indie thing she picked. Halfway through, she leans on me, says nothing. Just rests her head on my shoulder, like it's allowed now. I don't move. Neither of us says a word for the next 40 minutes. Movie ends, credits roll, still silence. Then she speaks. I don't want to go back yet. Don't even think about it. Then stay. She nods. Barely visible movement. Like even asking that much took everything. Offer her my bed. I take the couch. She looks at me. I don't mind sharing, if that's okay. Heart rate increases by 400%, but not because of anything romantic, because this feels intimate, deeper than a kiss, like trust with skin on it. We lie side by side, lights off, not touching, just breathing. At some point she whispers, I used to imagine this. Lying next to you, just not being afraid. I swallow hard. Me too, but I didn't know who I was imagining until now. She laughs quietly, sad and warm. I thought I was crazy. You kind of are. She nudges me, then pauses. But you stayed. I turn my head toward her in the dark. So did you. Silence again, but a good kind. The kind that feels like peace. Few minutes later, she says, If I fall asleep first, don't disappear, okay? I won't. And I don't. She falls asleep, small, curled, safe. I lie awake a while longer, thinking about how far we've come from that first letter, from the girl across the street, and the boy behind the glass. Somehow. We found each other, and maybe that's not so crazy after all. Wake up to sunlight. She's still asleep, face half buried in the blanket, breathing steady, no tension in her shoulders, like her whole body finally stopped bracing for impact. Watch her for a second. Remember the girl outside my window, now here, in my bed, not watching anymore, just being. She stirs, eyes flutter open, blinks up at me. First thing she says, You didn't vanish? Told you I wouldn't. She smiles, soft, real. None of that too bright nervous energy. Just her. After breakfast she lingers, keeps glancing at me, like she wants to say something. Finally does. Can I kiss you? No hesitation. Just the quiet kind of boldness that comes from healing. I nod. She leans in. First kiss isn't fireworks. Not cinematic, but honest, gentle. Like she's memorizing it. When we pull back, she exhales like she'd been holding her breath for months. I thought love only worked in stories. You did stalk me like one. She laughs, buries her face in my chest. You're never letting that go, are you? Absolutely not. We stayed like that for a while. Quiet couch, hands tangled, phones forgotten, real life outside the window, same place where it all started. But this time, we're on the same side of the glass. And I think, maybe this wasn't a mistake. Maybe this wasn't madness. Maybe it was just two broken people, finding the courage to step into the light, together.